We are live. Newsday Tuesday. Len, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, Rome. Doing just peachy. For a Tuesday, I can't complain. How about
Yeah,
you?
pretty good day. Busy days, but it's all right.
Yeah, Tuesday in many ways has become the busiest day of the week.
Yeah, very busy.
I mean, Wednesday and Thursday you're still in a froth, but and they can be equally busy, if not more busy. But by Friday you're coasting. Monday's sort of that slow wake up out of hibernation. Or whatever your 5-day work week is, whatever your Monday is, whatever your Friday. I think all hopefully, most of your viewers and listeners, are Monday to Friday, or, I was Sunday to Thursday for a long time, and you get used to it. But certainly Monday to Friday is better. If you earn that shift, great. Anyway, off on a tangent.
Yeah.
So Tuesday's tough, and Tuesday is news day.
Oh yeah, busy day.
Yeah, I'll say this, but I won't say more. We've been doing a whole lot of coverage at NBC Connecticut Investigates this Mimi Torres Garcia death in New Britain. Of course, if you have any tips on it, please hit me with a DM. We covered a big story last week where now there's a wrongful death claim that may be pursued. And we were there as the beginning of that case started. And we put out a vertical video about this on all my social media platforms around 6 tonight, uh, catching you up on that if you haven't been caught up before. And then today, I can't say too much, but I can tell you that we had a big interview in this story, somebody who knows a lot about the DCF. And it's going to be a really interesting story to share with you, probably tomorrow, and then also on the internet. But that's all I'm going to say about that case. But that is keeping us very busy, Rome. Of course, we've been at NBC Connecticut Investigates also doing the immigration beat pretty heavy. So a lot going on there, keeping us moving. And did I see on one of your posts you now have a producer or an administrative assistant or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. Assistant.
That's awesome. So you're like employing people now.
Yeah,
Awesome. That's great. That's awesome. Love that. Love that. No, it's a
something.
cool post.
Something I wanted to do. Took some time, but it happened.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense, because there's things, and I can tell you this from my perspective as a reporter. We have an outstanding producer named Catherine Loy in the investigative and special projects unit. And, we aren't where we are without her. And you never hear from her, you never see her. That's the way she likes it. Um, but, having somebody who is behind the scenes, because, you know, um, all this that we do, there's a lot of prep work that goes into it that, other folks who like this business but don't necessarily want to do the on air like you and I, um, they love it and they're really into it. And there's roles for those folks. And you know, I've always talked about that. So I'm thrilled that you got an assistant. That says a lot. Congrats, man. And congrats to
Thank
her.
you,
What's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah. All right. Well,
Yeah,
congrats to Sarah. Have a sip of water.
nice. I got some orange juice.
There you go. Oh, good time of the year to get orange juice. I got my flu shot today.
Nice.
I'm a little behind, but I think you and I talked about this on the last show, and I said I was going to try to get them before Christmas, just because you got a lot of family, and it's not so much. If I get sick, I get sick. I seem to get a humdinger every year, but um, I just, I got older relatives and I don't want to give them anything. So, doing flu shot this week. I'm going to do COVID next week. I can't do them together. I think I might have told you that too. That just wipes me out for
Yeah,
whatever reason. I don't
too much.
Yeah. I mean, you got the better story though about being out tonight, between, you know, this show and what you were doing before. So you were out at dinner?
Yeah, just went to Dairy Queen. They have you tried the new sweet chili tenders?
No, but I think I saw the ad for that. And nothing like chicken tenders, or I really love boneless wings or wings.
Yeah, I love
But
sweet
yeah,
chili
no.
too.
And I mean, this thing, what was the flavor again? It sounded good. It had some spice, right?
Sweet chili.
All right. So a little sweet and sour, or hot and spicy kind of thing, or spicy, sweet and spicy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
How was it?
really good. Real
Mm-hmm.
sweet. Just a small little kick.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes with fries and bread.
That is a naughty meal. But you got to
Yeah,
do that sometimes.
yeah. Gotta have cheat days.
Yeah. No, and I mean, did you get Dairy Queen ice cream for dessert?
I didn't because I had ice cream
Oh,
yesterday.
Rome. There is nothing
And
better than when you get the soft serve with either the butterscotch or the chocolate on top of that. Oh,
yeah, add a little bit of
yeah.
sprinkles to it.
Or yeah, some sprinkles, jimmies, whatever you call them. Outstanding. Just
Oh yeah.
lovely. All right. Well, you have goals. And granted, I can't get on your case about not having ice cream when I can't read this.
Today was
Well, it's
really
only
cold though.
28. It's not that bad, but what was it when we got up this morning? Was it single digits or close to it? I mean, it was cold.
Oh yeah, it was freezing this morning.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was so cold, Rome. And we've had so much early snow. I mean, most of it's gone already, but I I didn't get to finish doing my lawn for the year, and I was waiting, I got all my leaves done finally, but some of the grass was long, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get it this week." And then it rained all weekend. The next weekend, "Oh, I'll get it this weekend." And oh my Lord, there's already snow on the ground. So my last chore of the weekend was draining the lawnmower, the gas and the oil, and draining some of the other garden equipment. Everybody's got their stuff because you don't want to leave that in there all winter. It's not good. I eventually will finish. I couldn't do it all. And you'll know why in a minute when we go through some of the fun stuff we like to talk about. Some other things kept me busy on Sunday. I'm sure you can imagine. But I'm
Yeah,
just sort of pecking away at it. And so like I drained the machines because you don't want that stuff in there because it gets sort of gelatinous and it's really bad. It can clog up your motor really badly, and then you're out a few $100. Get somebody to fix it if you can't do it yourself. So not what you want to do on a Sunday in a cold garage, but maybe Santa will get me a big heater for the garage, huh? So yeah. But
yeah.
anywho, yeah, so couldn't believe it. But this weather, it's just, I mean, what is today, December 9th?
Yep.
And didn't even get out of the 30s today, I don't think, if not 20s.
Which was weird because like 2 days ago it was kind of warm.
Yes, was it Saturday? It warmed up after it rained in the morning or something. Was that
Yeah,
it? Yeah, yeah. Um, Here we go. Buckle up.
right. Weird
Hmm.
weather.
It is. It is. It is. I'm sure. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing some snow coverage before the season's over this year. You never know with me. They don't always. Excuse me. I'm not on the front line of doing the snow coverage. They put the weather people out there, and a lot of the daily reporters. But sometimes when you get the big one, they'll put me in, coach. You know, just every once in a while. And I love doing it. It's fun. It's cold, but it's fun. I gotta admit, when I was at Channel 3, it was a lot of fun wearing my mock coyote fur hat. I think you might have seen me on TV with that once or twice.
Yeah.
Um, it, the viewers loved it, excuse me, and it was so warm. I mean, I understand NBC's like, look, we want all our reporters wearing the same hat because it's a better on-air look. I get it. But boy, it was fun wearing that, fake coyote's fur hat. Now I wear it when I walk the dogs when it's cold like today. One of my social media pictures today was the walk this morning. I mean, look it up when we're off the program here. Speaking of which, your lights are better.
Yeah, I threw a little.
Yeah.
I got a small
Okay.
little light.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice low light.
Yeah,
Did
much
you
better.
buy it, or is it just like, just some kind of extra
Just some
lamp?
extra lamp.
Yeah, hey, it's working. That's
Yeah.
working. What were we talking about?
Coyote hat when he was walking the
Right.
dogs.
Oh my gosh. So this morning it was like, I don't know, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock, but the sun, was still sort of coming up because it was still, I was like on the north facing side of the street, and it like almost had this blue kind of look to it. And then you look up and you see all the leaves on the trees are gone. It just had that cold winter, and you could just see the sun coming up behind the oak tree in the photo. And it just looks so cold and winter like, and you think to yourself, oh my gosh, it's December 9th. I mean, it's like they say on NBC Connecticut, our storm tracker team says that's meteorological winter actually begins on December 1st, even though the winter solstice is December 21st, and that's what we all think the winter begins. But man, it felt and looked like winter these last few days, didn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially today.
How have you been coping?
I almost got sick once, but I was taking these tablets and it was fighting it, so it went away. But I've been pretty good so far. Hopefully, I
Good.
don't get sick.
So you're taking the Zicamp kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it works. Do you think it works?
Oh yeah, it worked.
I mean, you got to get it early on. You got to be disciplined, and you can't drink water for 15 minutes after you let the tablet dissolve. That's what I was told. You got to follow the rules.
Yep. But it
Oh,
works though.
yeah. So what were you having? Like cough or sneeze or?
Headaches, sore throat. I was like, oh, it's coming. Stuffy nose. But then it took like 3 days. You take
Mhm.
two every 8 hours. Then I was good to go.
Wow. Well, that's great.
Yeah. Gotta have those in the cabinet. I gotta send you a picture of which kind it was.
Yeah, please do, because I know Mrs. B will get like the ones that are orange, I think. I don't know.
They are on. That might be the one.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, send me a picture. I'll know if it's the right one.
Okay. Will
So
do.
let's get to the fun stuff. Tell me, is the restaurant you visited going to be your food, or is there something else?
Yeah, that'll be my food dish.
Yeah, and which part of it though?
The sweet chili tenders was the best part. But the blue cheese, yeah,
You didn't tell me about the blue cheese before. That takes it over the top. That
yeah,
takes it over the top. Okay. So for my food, this is a good story. Waffles.
that's a good pick. I love waffles.
Oh, so wait till you hear this. So, for the last year or two, Mrs. B and I have been getting used to being here by ourselves. Our daughters, both are out and about being adults now. And, I wouldn't say it's lonely. We have a good time together, but, you have old rituals you used to do and you start new ones. And so there was this sort of older one, and that is we, decided not to have dinner at the normal time. We figured we have it a little early, but then we ended up having it late. But she said, you know what, let's do this instead of, like whatever, steak and potatoes or whatever we're going to have. Let's have waffles. And I'm like, well, okay, sure. And she reminded me of this story how her parents, her mom, would sometimes make waffles for dinner. Like, I wish my parents did that. And I mean, she said you'd walk in the house and you'd smell the waffles because they'd cook them fresh with the batter and the waffle iron and the whole 9 yards. And they put fruit on them, so at least there's some degree of health to it. And that is exactly what we had. The only thing that Mrs. B added was she put whipped cream on the top.
Nice.
I had 3 whole waffles.
Oh, yeah, 3 of them.
Yeah, I had blueberry on them. I had raspberry on them.
Yeah, those are good. Sometimes breakfast for dinner is really good actually.
So what do you do for breakfast or dinner?
I could do a waffle and bacon, or I could do pancakes and bacon.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I love me some bacon. I mean, I'm good. I don't go crazy. I mean, like I have a salad every day for lunch during the work week, but bacon's, yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
No,
You can even
that's
throw some bacon in the salad.
bacon is I'll tell you, it was weird when I was living in England for a little while. The bacon there, it's thick and it's cut differently. It's got a lot of fat on it, but it's good. But it's very different. And they don't, how like our bacon, we like it's almost charred,
Yeah.
and theirs is not. It just looks less cooked. Like it's cooked and it's delicious, but it's just different.
Not that crispy.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Still good, but different.
Yeah.
Next on the list, what are you thinking?
What I've been watching is baking shows, cookies, cupcakes. Yeah. And they do competitions. They find the best bakers around the world, and they do a competition for 10,000. But they be baking some really good stuff.
So tell me how it's steering the Rome Christmas cooking.
It's funny because earlier I was watching an episode and they were doing Christmas cookies, making them like the Nutcrackers, Santa Claus, reindeers, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like in those shapes or like with decor?
Yeah, they're
So
like
what's
professional bakers.
Oh yeah, well it's hard to hit that level. So like are you going to incorporate any of this in your baking for Christmas? I hope so for your family's sake.
Yeah, red velvet, vanilla cookies.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
yeah. But I didn't know red velvet is mainly chocolate. That's what they said.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not the foamy red, or that's devil food cake. I don't know. I don't know what
yeah,
the
that's
word
the
is.
red velvet. But they say it's all real chocolate.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't know that.
I me neither. But I just eat those all down, man. I'm not an ice cream guy. I am definitely a cookies guy. Like that's my thing. So my next question on the cookies, because it's a whole thing, Ron. Are you going to make quantity, or are you just going to do some big high quality ones like your shows? Like, not that the shows won't do quantity, but quantity is a differential out of that's more like your basic sugar cookie times 300 or butter cookie, which you're only allowed to eat this time of the year. But gosh, are they good?
Yeah, I'll probably try to do quantity.
All right, the
Yeah.
crowd roars.
Yeah,
So, what do you think? What kind of cookies now? Got to get in the details.
I'm gonna try the red velvet ones, and then the other one was a vanilla bean cookie.
All right. Okay, so two different ones,
Yeah,
like a
the other ones were like
complex and then a
they were weird
classic.
flavors. Yeah,
Yeah. So a complex cookie that could go sideways, a classic, and then a variation of a classic with a lot of flav.
Yeah,
Okay, I like that. That's like a
because
that's a yeah.
the rest of them were like I don't really like mint cookies,
Eh,
like minty
yeah.
flavors. Yeah,
I mean, I like a good Girl Scout cookie, but that's you can't do that with a Christmas cookie.
yeah, those are good too. The Girl Scout ones.
Oh, yeah. So I had a cookie yesterday. Some stuff always comes into the newsroom, or they're on our program CT Live, and it was this. I can't remember who was making it, but oh my lord, I only had half. I wasn't the one who cut the half. Somebody else did. And because you always talk about that at work, there's who cut the half, but I actually like it when you cut the half because I'm trying not to be bad before Christmas. Um, but oh my lord, it was like a big honking cookie, chocolate chip, classic style. It was like one of those big Panera ones. They're sort of thick, but
Big
but they're
ones.
soft in the middle. So it was like one of those, and it had this big pool of like chocolate sauce in it with a marshmallow. And normally this is not my jam roll. It had like candy cane, just a chunk or two of a candy cane. And so it wasn't broken up. And normally I would just take it and rip it off and just, I don't want that thing. But I bit into it with the chocolate and the marshmallow and the chocolate chip cookie. Holy cannoli. No pun intended. It was really good. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I get you on the mint. I hear you on the mint, but like candy canes, you can get pretty cheap. So it could be an interesting ad, or if pulverized a little bit, like candy cane dust.
Oh yeah, candy canes are good too.
They are, but it's sort of like candy corns at Halloween and jelly beans at Easter. It's like I get done with them real quick. It's like I'm good for another year after about 2 or 3 days eating them. How about you?
Jelly beans, I like the pink one. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
like the rest of them. They taste
Really?
weird.
Really?
Yeah. And have you ever liked the black jelly bean?
Yeah, licorice. Sure.
Yeah, that one tastes weird to me.
It takes a while to get used to them, but once you try them a bunch of times, you're like, all right. All right. And you know what's fun too are the gourmet ones. You can get ones that are chocolate and butterscotch and all these funky flavors. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I never tried that. Chocolate
Yeah.
jelly bean.
Yeah. All right. So you did entertainment, right?
Yep.
All right.
Food.
So I will go. Um, we went out yet again. Last week the story was all about Mohegan Sun. Then we went out again. We went to see a band called Rock Orchestra. It was awesome. It was up in Springfield at Symphony Hall. I didn't tell you about this last week, right?
No.
Oh, good. I might have told you I was about to do it. I can't remember. It was all these rock and roll classics, but they have like a classical band, and they had like a person with a violin, a viola, and somebody with a trumpet and a trombone and a clarinet and a saxophone, um, and it was just really cool. It was all that kind of metal 90s hard rock kind of music, but a lot of fun. The band, I guess, formed during COVID around 2020, and I guess it started in England. I don't know when they're coming around again, but it's called Rock Orchestra, and I highly recommend it.
Sounds good. I bet it was a good show.
Yeah, it was good. It was, I would say it was about an hour 40. It was, got what you paid for. And I gotta say, I went up to a graduation at Symphony Hall in Springfield, and the parking was a pain in the butt. But we went to this, and it was so easy.
Nice.
Got to be fair to Symphony Hall.
Yeah. Some places to find parking is crazy.
Oh, brutal. I'm going to be dealing with that this weekend. I can talk about that in my sports segment, but I'll let you go first, Rome.
So my sports, I gotta go with UConn. They're always, doing good.
Yeah. And got the new football coach.
Yep. A lot going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now we're in the hoops and always loving that. I mean, it's sort of the cupcake season now. But the harder teams are coming. Although that game against Arizona, I think UConn lost the men at Gamble. Did you watch that?
I didn't catch that one.
Wow, it was a really good game. It had that NCAA tournament kind of electricity as a casual fan watching. It was cool. I enjoyed it. So for me, and this will explain everything, my sports is the Bills versus the Bengals on Sunday. It was a snow game, which, if you see that there's an NFL game where it's going to be snowing, like call the neighbors, wake up the kids. You want to watch it because it's always good. It's always entertaining. And as one of my photographers, Brian McIndoe, pointed out today, what was great about the Bills Bengals game was normally in a snow game, it's windy and it's just handoff, 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 run, 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 run. There was no wind. So they were launching the ball. And so you saw them diving and landing in the snow and stuff. So it was a real fun game. It was a close game. The Bills ended up winning right at the end because Joe Burrow is back, so the Bengals don't stink anymore. But so that's why I didn't totally shut down all my yard machines and get the snowblower ready and put the you can put this winterizing kind of fluid in your mowers and all your other stuff. But I didn't have time to do that because I was watching the Bills versus the Bengals snow game, and I came into the garage after that around 4:30. Started puttering around with the yard tools. Anyway, so that is all our fun stuff. Do you want me to do some news? And then we'll
Yeah.
cruise? All right.
Yeah.
So on this Tuesday news day, some really interesting stuff going on down in Washington. Conservative Supreme Court justices appeared to back a Republican-led drive that would erase limits on how much political parties can spend in coordination with candidates for Congress and president and overturn a quarter century old decision. A day after the justices indicated they would reverse a 90-year-old precedent limiting the president's power to fire independent agency heads, the court took up a 2001 decision that upheld a provision of federal election law more than 50 years old. So a lot going on down there in Washington. Certainly some people are very excited about this and some people are not, which is generally how things seem to work in our democracy to one degree or another.
Right.
It's the Supreme Court has not been this conservative in a long time, and you certainly are seeing changes, just like you have when the court has been more liberal. So this is what happens. Things change sometimes, but that's our system. Next story, artificial intelligence chatbots have entered many teenagers' daily routines. Wait to hear this data. 64% of US teens say they use AI chatbots, such as ChatGPT or Google Gemini, with about 28% saying they use chatbots daily, according to survey results released Tuesday by the Pew Research Center. The survey results provide a snapshot of how far AI chatbots have entered mainstream culture 3 years after the release of ChatGPT set off a wave of AI investment and marketing by the tech industry. What do you think of this, Rome?
That's a lot. I think it's a good thing and a bad thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Well, first of all, I'll ask you this. Do you use AI with any of your, media work? I can tell you we do at NBC Connecticut.
Yeah. Like if I want to know something, I'll just type it in real quick, see what it says.
hmm So that's like Google Gemini kind of stuff or Chat GPT.
Yeah.
hmm So yeah, I mean, I can't because NBC doesn't want me talking about everything we do. I can tell you that there are some things with content we do with AI. Um, Certainly nothing that would ever change the shade. Uh, Not that's not the right word. That would change the um, the way we try to keep the stories very fair. But what would be worked on would be things like audio, where maybe if you have extraneous sound, AI can end up cleaning that up so that you can actually hear your interviewee's voice more clearly. Things like that. More on the functional side, not the editorial side, is really what I'm trying to say. So just took a moment for the words to come out.
Yeah.
Also, things along the lines of when you're writing something, you may say, well, what's a more concise way to say it? And you'll see what it says. You're not going to just take it chapter and verse, but you may adapt what it said and say, oh, well, that's a good idea. Using that word's a good idea. But that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
it's on the edges. It, might save you 5 or 10% of your time, but that's significant when, you add it up, right?
Right. Just like the small little things.
Yeah, this story is talking more about, how it's entering kids' lives, and I'm hearing and reading stories about, these chatbots becoming the kids' friends and they don't have real friends. And there's a really interesting story that is going on right now all the way down in Australia. Have you heard about this?
I didn't.
They are banning social media in its entirety for everyone under 16, and it's going to be strictly enforced. Um, I can see a lot of good in it. Um, I don't think at the same time that you can do a one size fits all kind of law like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. Like, let's just say, for instance, Rome wasn't, a handsome young man in his 20s, but instead was 13 and was just a prodigy and had already set up Go Roam TV at age 13. And now you have this law that says you can't be on social media. Well, wait a minute. And there certainly are artists and, other kinds of people, creatives, or whatever, people that have businesses that are under the age of 16. And now what are you going to do? You're going to tell them you're going to take away their livelihood? Or, I mean, obviously kids aren't working, or hopefully they're not to that degree, but whatever, you get the point.
Yeah.
So fascinating story, and that's really just literally unraveling in real time, and it's going to be really interesting to see how Australia handles it. But I'm curious what you think.
That's I agree with you. Because there's a lot of young kids with like businesses, they use social media. So what are they gonna do?
hmm
But other than that, it's a good thing.
you know um I listened to this podcast by the BBC talking about it, and they interviewed some of the kids, and some of the kids, and you got to be careful because you don't know if they're selective, with which sound bites they picked. But they, a lot of the kids were like, you know what, it'll be good to put the phone down and just get out and experience things, and be forced to meet people and not just text them on my phone, or have a chat with them on Twitch or whatever. So fascinating story. I actually do have one more story for you, I think, here. And then probably
Okay.
we should call it a night. All right, so check this one out. This is wild. Self checkout kiosks. Have you ever gone to those? Like sometimes they have them in airports, or I think even on the Merritt Parkway, some of those, those like, convenience stores right on the Parkway. I think I've seen them where there's self-checkout. Have you seen this?
Haven't seen those.
Okay, so what it is, and it's real. I would say mostly I've experienced them in airports. Not that I'm some world traveler. I might go on a plane once or twice per year, but um, you can, of course, to save labor now, they will not have anyone working there. I mean, it's cameras all over the place, and like you walk up and you get a Twix bar, you swipe it, and then you pay it right there. You just do the whole thing. And it's called a self-checkout kiosk. So it's coming to a neighborhood near you. Don't worry, Ron.
Wow.
It's sort of
We're in the
creepy.
future.
All right, so check this. So these self-checkout kiosks, they may be convenient, but they also provide more opportunities for
AI.
shoplifting.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
More than 1 in 4 shoppers who have used these admit to giving themselves a quote 5-finger discount, according to a new survey by Lending Tree. No. Yeah, well, I can only speak for myself and probably for Rome. There's no way I'm going to steal. I mean, first of all, it's against the 10 Commandments, right? So, the online loan marketplace surveyed over 2,000 adults and found 27% of respondents admitted to purposefully taking an item without scanning, up from 15% in 2023. What in the Lord's name is going on here at Rome?
That's crazy. They got to get AI security.
I'm sorry. I thought I was going to end with a happy, inspiring story, but that really didn't fit the bill. But there's always next week.
Right.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to cruise for news. Got to get ready for work tomorrow. Got to make my lunch and, clean up the kitchen and take the dogs out one more time and
All that
maybe
good stuff.
finally hit the hay and get some shut eye. So great seeing you as always. Now I really like your lighting. In the beginning, it was a little crazy, but that is working.
Yeah, it'll be better next time when the
All
new
right.
lights come in.
All right. You got lights. We got new audio for me. Times are good.
Absolutely.
All right, Ron. Have a good night. Take
All
care.
right, you too.
All right.
See you next week, my friend.
Okay. We will see you.
Take care.
You too.